Hey guys, welcome to Nerdarchy, for Nerds by Nerds. I'm Ted, and today I'm hanging out with
Dave.
And today we're talking crossover 3.5 and 5th edition.
If you guys have a GM911, you can send it to nerdarchy@gmail.com or hit us up on the forums under the GM911 section.
Alright, so we have a GM911 from Kyle B, is it?
It is.
And he's got two campaigns running at the same time. One group, he's got a 6th level 3.5 party, and the other group he's running is a 6th level 5th edition campaign. And the parties are talking about wanting to have some kind of crossover event. But whether it be some kind of demonic scavenger hunt or gladiatorial games, and he wants to know, how do I make this happen?
Generally,
you're my only hope.
Generally, when you're talking crossing the streams, I'm all for it unless we're hunting ghosts. But in this case, the problem is you better make that like a 12th level 5th edition party and a 6th level 3.5 party, because of bounded accuracy, they don't play well together. You know, the 3.5 armor classes are going to be higher. The hit bonuses are so much higher. Everything is higher.
Yes. So,
and if you're talking about putting them head to head or having to compete for something, you know, overwhelmingly 3.5 is going to trash your 5th edition.
now I would say 12 and 6 are too far apart, because
Also, here's another thing, right? Even though you get unlimited cantrips in 5th edition, in 3rd edition you got a lot more spells.
oh, absolutely.
You know, so when you're comparing spellcasters as well, there's going to be a huge difference.
You also have to factor in the spellcaster of 3rd edition. Their spells are based off of your character level, not the spell slots.
Yes.
So those fireballs at 6th level, you know, they're higher.
They scale automatically,
right?
Yeah.
As opposed to 5th, where you have to bump them. So I would say 12 versus 6 is going to be too catastrophic, because the hit points or number are going to be far too heavy.
Well, let's think about this real quick, right? So, a 6th level character in 3rd edition, the BA for a warrior is +6. In 5th edition, the proficiency bonus for a 12th level character is 4, 5?
Something like that.
Right there, like, so you're saying hit points, you know, but then, like, I think if you were to look down, you know, look this spell progressions too, you're going to see it's a little bit different. Like,
yeah, they're basically getting around an extra a spell per level.
yeah.
So that is kind of crazy.
So yeah, it might be high. You know, maybe 9th is closer, but you know, it's, even still, when you're talking about your bonuses to hit.
Yeah, the 3.5 parties, they're not gonna miss, because the armor classes are lower and the hits are going to be higher. So if you were to say, all right, let's say their stats are even, you know.
And then here's the other thing: in third edition, right, the armor classes are even higher.
Yeah.
As well, so it's like it's a compounded problem. Like the two systems do not play well nicely together. Now it's a lot different if you're the DM and you're taking monsters from 3rd edition and porting them over the 5th edition, because I've done it, used them as is, and just said, oh well, this is normally a CR3 in 3rd edition. Well, I'll use it against a 5th, 6th, or 7th level party in 5e, and it kind of works out. And again, that's behind the screen, right? Behind the screen isn't the same as player versus player looking at each other, having to roll off against each other, and seeing what's going on. As a DM behind the screen, you can adjust things and abdicate things on the fly as necessary when the monsters are involved. So,
well, I mean, if you're looking to do gladiatorial games, that they can't be the same level as you said, and maybe you're right. Maybe
you can. Maybe you just don't really like the players in your 5e game, and you just watch them get slaughtered mercilessly.
But you know, if you were to say, you know, adjust their levels, that's one thing. But if you put them in as they put forth the idea of a demonic scavenger hunt, and whatever group you're dealing with, you still have to deal with their system's scalable DCs. So whereas 5th edition stops off at that 30, 3.5s didn't.
They never ever stopped ever. I'm
saw-
pretty sure I've seen 80 and 120.
There's
so.
definitely a 120. I don't remember exactly what it was. I know one of the ridiculous numbers was to swim up a waterfall.
Or a escape artist to slip through a wall.
Wall force, yep, absolutely. That was one of those crazy ones. So those could have been the 80 and the 120. I forget which one's which. But if you use the system appropriate DCs to deal with the checks that they need to come up with, be it traps, be it noticing things, I think that's the only way to do it. You can't put them fighting because the systems are just not designed.
And it's even kind of wonky too. Like you have two rogues and they come across the same trap. You DC 15, you DC 30. like you, what? And it's actually easier for the guy with the DC 30. So like that kind of stuff gets a little weird. The way in third edition spellcasters can layer spells and you can't really do that. You're very limited on what you can do. In fifth edition, I would not run this game. As a GM, I would have no interest in it. As a GM, I have no interest in running third edition ever again. But some people like it, so you should play it. But yeah, I would not do the crossover.
I personally think it would be interesting to watch to see how the chaos unfolds. Like I said, you couldn't do the battle. It's not going to work out. But if you were to run them through this event, I think it could be interesting if the DM could handle it well. I'm certain you guys out there have some interesting feedback that you want to weigh in on. Put it in the comments below. While you're at it, like, share, even subscribe.
You can hang out with us over on Facebook.
So until next time,
Stay nerdy.